Welcome to Beyond the Hustle, where we do business differently. Less grind, more strategy, and a low-lift revenue model that makes high cash months feel light as a feather. I'm Tristan Jean, your business mentor and social sales expert, and I have built a spacious, scalable business that locks in recurring revenue so I don't reset to zero at every month, without launching every 2 weeks, running on empty, or launching a low-ticket mass membership that saps the life out of me. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Here we don't just talk about making money. We talk about building a business that never resets at zero, where a few strategic offers sell out every time and sales flow 24/7 without you constantly showing up. If you're ready to get off the income roller coaster and finally create a business that pays you and gives you your life back, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, grab your coffee and your comfy couch blanket because you know I have mine, and let's chat, my friend. Welcome to this episode. Today we are talking about why copying other people's business models kept me stuck and how I finally created predictable revenue. So if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your business still isn't working the way you want it to, I get it. And for the longest time, I thought success meant following the blueprint of people who had already made it. You always hear that, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I bought into the idea of more offers equals more money. So there was a time when I had so many offers inside of my offer suite, course after course, memberships, all kinds of stuff. And I thought that was building a scalable business, creating more offers for people to have access to. But instead, it was stalling my business, right? And then when I learned about that, about the whole confused buyers don't buy, you don't want to have too many offers, more than 2 offers or more than 2 links, people are going to scroll away. I stopped doing that. And then I learned about the buyer's journey, right? So having a freebie, a low ticket, a mid ticket, a high ticket based on someone who was coming in who was a beginner, someone who then moved on to intermediate offers, someone who then moved on to more advanced offers, to someone who maybe wanted to work in close proximity with you. So then I put myself into that box. And I feel like that one is the worst because it's more deceiving. Because you will make sales that way, but you're not making as many sales as you could be because of all of the gaps in your offer suite, because you are trying to impact all of these different people at different stages. So really, when you have that type of an offer suite, you have like 4 different ideal clients. You have a beginner, you have an intermediate, you have an advanced, you have maybe a high ticket, someone who wants to work with you in close proximity. But I saw women making massive amounts of money doing it. And I thought, okay, so that's the offer suite I have to have then, right? And then everyone shifts and they're like, no, you have to have a membership because that's recurring revenue, a low ticket membership, a no barrier membership. And so then I was like, okay, so I need to have that. So you need to have a membership for recurring revenue. You need to be launching new offers every month or every quarter. If you're not creating new offers all the time, you're leaving money on the table. So I launched low ticket memberships that required hundreds of people to be profitable. And I way underpriced it. Way underpriced it. We're talking like $67 for a year. And on top of that, because I wanted to support people, I enjoy working with people who want to start businesses, I was way over delivering. I created more courses than I could keep track of, thinking volume was the answer. And I was always launching something new. I always had something in the back of my mind that was going to come next. And what happened was my memberships were draining my energy. They required me to show up way more than I wanted to, and I had no personal boundaries in place. I was working way too many hours for the income I was making. And on top of that, I still started every month at zero because my membership price was so low. And not to mention, side note, I love my side notes. Even if your membership price is not as low as like $6 a month, even if you're at like 47, 67, and it requires a lot of your time, you're still churning and burning because you're going to have to be filling those spots as people drop out. You're still going to feel that need to hustle. If you do a low ticket membership, they have to be done super strategically to feed into other offers or not require time from you. That's a topic for another episode. So the point that I realized this wasn't sustainable, if you've been around for any amount of time, is when I was working 60 hours a week to try to maintain my income. So it looked scalable on paper, but the reality is that it was not. It was just a game of keeping up. And the reason that I was trying to keep up is because of what the industry told me I had to do, the way I had to build my business to be successful. And it changed when I looked at, what do I want my work schedule to actually look like? Like, what is this business for? Yes, of course, if you know me and you know my story, it was to pay down debt, et cetera, et cetera. But what is the life that I want it to support? I want it to work part-time. I wanted to build a business that fit into my life and not the other way around. If you've been around, you also know that I am 43. So that is past midlife for most people. And I do not want to spend the next 20 years working 60 hours a week. And I thought, what if I stopped creating offers based on what works for other people and started building offers that worked for me? And then use those offers to attract clients that I wanted to work with. So I reverse engineered my revenue model based on my life. And that's what I want my clients to do. Because it also depends on how you like to operate. Some of my clients don't want to be don't want to create large group memberships because they don't want to be on Zoom with hundreds of people. That's not how they want to teach. But if they can be on a Zoom class with 5 people, they would love that. They would love to teach 5 people. So you have to reverse engineer your revenue model based on the life that you want, the income that you want, and the way of teaching that is sustainable for you. So for me, that was dropping low ticket memberships. That was dropping launching course after course just to keep money coming in. And shifting from relying on one-time sales to structuring my income to increase client retention and client value. So instead of trying to squeeze my business model into frameworks that didn't fit me, I built a revenue model that gave me freedom and stability that I wanted. So here's the lesson. If you feel stuck in launch cycles, if you still feel stuck in constantly creating new offers, or if you feel stuck like your business is always needing more of you, then ask yourself, is my business model designed around the life that I actually want? If the answer is no, design it. What do you want your life to look like? What would your income need to be to support that? What's a business model that could facilitate that? Then ask yourself, am I stacking income strategically? Is there a reason for my offers? Is there intentionality behind it? Or am I just selling random offers trying to meet my sales quota? So if you're just selling random offers trying to meet your sales quota, redesign your offer suite so that they feed into each other and off of each other, and focus on increasing client value and increasing client retention. And then ask yourself, am I choosing offers that scale without requiring more of my time? because it is possible. It is possible to have group containers that you can scale without sacrificing student results and without sacrificing your time. And so you've probably heard me say this before. I know this ruffles some feathers. There is a one-size-fits-all strategy. There is. It's the foundational marketing techniques that every business, brick and mortar or online, uses. There is not a one-size-fits-all business model. There is not. Whatever you want your business to look like, it can look like, and it can be massively successful. It can work for you. It can feel predictable. It can allow you to scale and do less than you are right now. And if you believe that, then you want to stick around because this is the right place for you. Until next time, friend, thanks for being here. That's it for today's episode of Beyond the Hustle. If you are done with the income roller coaster and ready for a business that actually supports your life, hit subscribe and leave me a review so you don't miss what's next. Want to go deeper? Check the show notes for ways we can do that. And if today's episode hit home, send me a DM or share it on your Instagram stories and tag me. I'd love to hear what stood out to you. Until next time, friend, keep scaling, keep selling, and keep living life beyond the hustle.